InformOverload has teamed up with rockstar radio host Todd Shapiro on his SiriusXM channel, and he decided to probe me. Not the dirty kind, although I wouldn't put it past this guy and his crazy crew. He asked all sorts of crazy questions about myself, YouTube, and of course our crazy stories. My name's Michael McCrudden, and this is I.O. on the radio, here for you on I.O. That title definitely needs work.
Hey, Micah McCrudden's here in studio. Another amazing guest. Well, this guy's a YouTube sensation. He gets hundreds and hundreds of thousands of hits on his YouTube videos. He was on the program a couple days ago. It's called InformOverload. And before we started doing our stories and our bits and things we were going to do, we got into a very interesting, real conversation about YouTube and the ability to make money on YouTube and all the new YouTube channels and all the new YouTube stars and all the new YouTube rules. And that's sort of where we left it off because we didn't have a ton of time and we wanted to do a couple stories. What's the company again you work for?
InformOverload.com. We're kind of like a news network. So InformOverload is the main website, the main channel, but then there's like IO Trends, which is entertainment. There's IO Game Time for gamers.
Cool. And how many people, how many actual YouTube stars are there that work for InformOverload?
Yeah, there's six hosts consistently. We have guests coming in all the time. It's a staff of about 12 people.
What would you say, because we were touching on this subject before, but what would you say to people how to start out doing this right now if they really want to do it?
Yeah, it's crazy. Like I think like the gold rush where the opportunity was so accessible has kind of passed. You know, it's tougher. Definitely, it's clustered. There's a lot of people doing this now. But it's something that anyone can do if you're persistent, if you have the time, if you have the resources. It's just about dedication. You can't give up. You got to go every day. As long as you are creative, you're quirky, you got something different, and you're dedicated, you can do it.
Awesome, dude. How long have you been doing this now? Because I don't think I asked you that.
Yeah, no, my company, I've been with them for 2 years, but I've always been the creative type. I've got videos of my own that I posted up like 4 or 5 years ago. I've made TV shows, and where do they end up? They end up on YouTube. So I've always been accustomed to it. I just didn't know it was a career-making move.
Yeah, Michael McCrudden, you told us something very interesting, which is why I wanted you back in a couple of days, was that when you first thought you were going to be this YouTube guy, you said, quote to me, you thought you were done.
I did, yeah.
So just sort of, extrapolate on that.
Yeah, well, I was a child actor. I was a model.
Were you a child actor?
Uh-huh.
Where were you a child actor?
I was like in the Santa Claus. I'd be like, Santa, wait up, and chase them around, Chrysler commercials.
Wow, you got great hair. I noticed that. You had like the perfect swooping, the Brody, the way it swoops.
Beautiful
like that.
hair, yeah, look at that.
Yeah, I hate it. I hate you. Like it just swoops so well and then goes back. You got like TV hair for sure.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, well, being an actor, it's like playing the lottery. It's going to work. It isn't going to work. And I was always into, creating stuff. So at the same time, I'd be making YouTube videos, doing whatever I was. I went to college. I did television writing and producing. So I spent tons on creating my own shows. I wanted my own platform. I did a show for MTV. I did a show for HGTV. I did a show with CBC. And I got all these big, huge meetings. And I thought, that's it. I figured it out. And one by one, all my shows, they didn't go anywhere. And not that the shows were really well done. I had producers on board. I had spent years and a lot of finances trying to make this all happen. And when it didn't work out, that was it. I was dealt my deal, and I thought I was over. But then a random audition came up to go onto YouTube, and I had my girlfriend at the time. I'm like, that's it, honey. It's over. I'm gonna be on a few YouTube vids, and I'll be picking up garbage on Tuesday morning. But and then I stuck it out, and you see the good times start coming around, and then you get the perks, and I love doing it. I really wake up every morning really excited to go to work.
And how do you create new content for yourself? Is it all you? You have all the creative control over it?
I'm the lead host on the entertainment side. Just because I guess I've been around it so long that I just got the intellect to kind of. I stay a day ahead of the news. I know what's going to be trending tomorrow.
Sure. So
they gave me the entertainment section. So I get wild. Like today, it's Halloween. I dressed up as Ron Burgundy. I was doing the news.
Amazing.
Yeah, I love scotch. Scotch is in my belly. I just had a huge wheel of cheese, and you just put on the costume and get with it.
And who does all the graphics and stuff? Do you have producers doing that for you too, or do you do it all?
No, we got editors full time. They're unbelievably talented. It's like a lot of this stuff is, crunch time. You want to be the first one up there to follow a story. So these girls that we have are brilliant. And the things they come up with, we're moving so fast and the creativity just is off the cuff, and these girls are wicked. Actually, I'm lucky because our audience is a bit younger. They censor me a lot. Like I'll do a lot of dirty jokes that, probably just weren't appropriate, or someone would, interpret the wrong way. When I got, that video there had 300,000 people watching it, right? So you can't please everyone. I'm actually lucky they cleaned me up. But as in terms of like helping me out, they push it in their own creative way and they help me out as best.
How young is your audience particularly?
It's predominantly 13 to 35, and then we get like old 50-year-old men.
Okay, you do, eh?
Yeah.
Do you want to give us a couple live stories here?
I would love to. I would love to.
Brody, let's comment on Michael McCrudden from InformOverload. Let's hear some of his live gigs here.
So this story, man, the headline alone sells itself. The inventor of the board game Operation, the man can't afford to pay for his own operation. Like, it's crazy. I actually, you guys remember this game?
Doctor, he needs an operation.
Is it water on the knee? Operation! The whole bucket, please! Operation!
It's actually a bit of a sad story. It's got a happy end to it because it went viral and the man's now got all his surgery paid for. But just the irony in the fact that that's his, his baby.
Yeah, he's so broke he can't even afford it. What disease does he have? Or what operation did he need? Did it say?
Yeah, it wasn't water on the knee. It wasn't an Adam's apple or brain freeze. It was not a monkey bone. It was an oral surgery he needed.
He needed oral surgery, did he?
I looked at the board. There was nothing for the mouth. There was no toothache. There was no root canal. There was none of that.
I would love to operate on that guy. Hey, just see if he buzzes like the board game did. That'd be great.
What else is going on, Michael McCrudden?
Are you guys afraid of spiders, anyone? We got an Australian dude named Dylan Thomas. He was on a trip to Bali when a tropical spider burrowed up inside him and began eating him alive. What I love about this guy is kind of how he described it to the reporters.
His belly button up his chest.
I just felt violated. Really?
I just felt violated. All right, well, listen, Michael, thank you very much for giving us your time here. InformOverload is where to go to find this guy. Very popular YouTuber and only growing in popularity as well. And just a fun guy bringing in these quirky stories. And, man, I hope to have you back again in a few weeks. We're going to do this a regular feature. Next week I'm in LA, so we'll take a week off and get you back again. And your hair is so perfect. Yeah, what's the product you use?
Oh, man, it's like car grease. I got a whole lineup of stuff I use to get this.
Now, we didn't upload all the footage from my sit down. There was all sorts of stuff. The episode's actually 2 hours long, and Todd Shapiro brought in a bunch of other crazy guests. So head on over to his website, thetoddshapiroShow.com. The episode I was on was 165, but they're all amazing, so be sure to browse around. They also have YouTube, podcasts, Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff, so be sure to like, subscribe, follow, do what you got to do. Now, if you guys have any favorite IO or IO trend stories that you want discussed on this radio show, be sure to let me know what in the comments down below, and I'll bring it up with the gang over at the Todd Shapiro Show and see what they have to say about it all. That's it for me, Michael McCrudden. See you guys in probably the next video.